Yo, I'm live! Ah! I've not been live in so long, but I wanted to come on here and just share some updates. There's some music going on in the background, so let me know if that is too loud. And yeah, we'll just have people trickle into the space. I've seriously not been live streaming in so long. For anyone out of the loop, I totally had a baby, so that was where a lot of my attention, creative energy was going. And yeah, I'm so in tune with like the spring, the new season, rebirth, and I just wanted to get on here and touch base with people as to how I'm doing and some things going on in my life, and like I have notes and all of that. I look so pale. I've been in the States. It's been winter time, and the sun is coming back out for sure. But yeah, your girl needs sunlight. Speaking of getting out more, I will be. Oh, speaking of getting out more, I will be vending at Carolina Hemp Company in Columbus, Ohio, this Saturday from 12 to 3. So I've not done like an in-person vending event, and I don't even know how long. And it's very close to my heart. It is how my business kind of started. Me making my apothecary products. I was working a lot with essential oils, perfumes, and sprays back then. I would travel all over and really vend. And it was the first time I really put myself out there in person, offering my products and things that I made. And ever since doing that, really like 2018, 2019, I really enjoyed it. In 2019, I actually traveled all across the United States. Well, going out west from the Midwest to California. I was actually on my way to Mount Shasta for the very first time to a opportunity called like Goddess Fest, and I think they're having it again this year, or they've already had it, but it was really, really nice. Divine feminine energy at Shasta, like vortex on vortex, but it was really cool. I had this destination in California, and I took like 3 months or something, or like a whole season to get out there. It was one of the coolest adventures I've ever had in my life. I definitely checked out like the Rainbow Gathering, National Gathering for the first time, checked out like South Dakota for the first time. Shout out Ben, go get your, photography with him. Yeah, I just met so many cool people. But then the next year, 2020, I went to Guatemala, and I did not have the space, time, desire to be making these physical products and vending. So I really shifted a lot of my stuff online. Little did I know 2020 was going to shift a lot of people online, whether they liked it or not. And then, yeah, 2021, I am, pregnant, navigating that journey. And 2022 has brought me kind of full circle back to making physical products, working with my hands, not trying to not be online too much, but really leveraging what I know about online business and digital marketing, and combine that with just my passion, my hobby, which is working with functional mushrooms, herbs, adaptogens, superfoods for my own health and well-being, and then also for like helping other people, if that makes sense. So yeah, I also created my first online course. What was it? Working on that 2020, 2021, and I really didn't know what I was doing. Shout out to Christina and her Conscious Creative Business School for helping me as a creative get like the little bit of structure I needed to really focus on my big picture outcome, but also the itty bitty next little bitty steps I would need to get there and see that outcome come to fruition. So, I've called the course Simply Lucid. I've called it all kinds of things in my head. But the course I currently have out, I think it's really good for people who are just starting out on their spiritual, witchy, like, I don't even know what to call it, but people just starting off their awakening journey or starting like a great transformation. It's a great tips, resources, meditations, all about coming into your own intuition and personal magic, how to have boundaries, like where yourself ends and other people begin type of thing, how to do shadow work, so looking at the unconscious and kind of like the darker side to our aspects of self and becoming who we're going to be, And then lastly, manifestation. Like, my vision of the journey is like, okay, you wake up, you want to heighten your awareness, your magical intuitive powers come online, but you get overwhelmed, right? Like, not everyone in the world is functioning at this level of awareness. So what do? So then you have boundaries to help navigate that. And then, you're focused on your gifts, you're focused on your boundaries. But then we want to look at the shadow side where it's like, what do you really want? How are you sabotaging yourself? What are your traumas? Like, how's your mother wound? How's your father wound? And, I put that out there because I really enjoyed the work. That everything I put out there has been practices and processes that I've really done on myself these past 6 years now of, committing to self-work or like a higher level of awareness. But at the same time, I'm kind of reserved because I don't want to, bring up trauma work and trauma healing and have someone not have the capacity or support. It's like, I don't want to bring up someone's traumas and then they can't function and they have a nervous breakdown, and then that's negative karma onto me. So I need to figure out how to frame and work with that. But yeah, my work is really for people who don't, not to say you don't need a counselor or a therapist. You can get a counselor or a therapist, but I'm coming to the space as like, I'm not your counselor, I'm not your therapist, but once you have a decent understanding of coping mechanisms, self-regulation tools, once you're in like a decently solid spot inside of yourself, my work helps you get to that next level. So Mina Irfan, in her program, her course is called Universe Guru, she mentions this a lot. She's like, hey, if you want therapy counseling, there are lots of people out there, but I'm here to help you, win the race. Therapy helps you get to the, show up to the race. Coaching helps you like finish the race really well, really fast, if that makes sense. So yeah, I say all that just to kind of reflect on where I've been these past few years and then say where I'm going to go next. So yeah, had the apothecary, that was the whole source of inspiration for my business and my YouTube channel. Then I experimented with doing more stuff online because I was traveling and the world was shut down. And then yeah, now I'm marrying those two loves of, working, doing my own thing, working with my hands, and then also leveraging really cool stuff online and digital marketing to put myself out there and let people know what I'm actually offering or what other people are actually offering. I'm going to be reigniting my interview series. I have a handful of interviews that I've already done with, entrepreneurs, creatives, visionaries, mostly females, in this space of, helping shift the world that our children and their children will inherit, whether through healing, whether through shifting education, just shifting how we think about ourselves, others. So cool. And I have this deep desire to keep interviewing people. I'm super curious just as a person. I love asking lots of questions, especially from people who I resonate with their lifestyle, like not just one thing, but like their whole lifestyle. I'm like, how do you have that together? Like tell us all everything. So I feel like I have the spoons, as Brittany Simon, shout out, would say, I have the spoons to take on that project again, which I'm really excited about. So if I recently reached out to you, or if I've reached out to you in the past, be looking out for a scheduling link that I will be sending out. Another quick tangent, now that I've mentioned Brittany Simon, I just wanted to put it out there for anyone who's interested in like philosophy, levels of awareness, self-awareness. I highly recommend checking out Brittany Simon's channel. She, I came into her work on something completely separate from that, but she has been doing lots of podcasts and reflections on what she calls the level system of different levels of awareness, basically. So just like quick tangent, go check her out. I think her level system is like super, super awesome as far as finding the words to talk about, people at different levels of awareness. No judgment to wherever you are at, type of thing. But yeah, I'm here. I'm glad to be back. I want to say again that I will be at the Columbus's Carolina Hemp Company that I totally didn't even know existed. until a little bit ago, but it's been in Columbus, Ohio for a few years now, and it has like almost a spa vibe when you go in, like natural elements, kind of like minimalistic, like it feels good to be in there. And they have all kinds of CBD products, like from salves to, I think they have flour that you can actually inhale now. And yeah, I'm going to be there with my mushroom products and my cacao products. And the cacao comes from Guatemala, from like a woman's collective, indigenous women who actually make these cacao bricks with their hands. Then I get it, I process it, do my magic, add some of my herbs and spices into it, and my cacao potion that I've been making is literally an alternative to drinking coffee. Because me, as the coffee lover that I am, I have been unable to drink coffee as my body's been going through so many shifts with pregnancy, birth, postpartum. Coffee and caffeine are just not really my friend right now. It's like we all need energy. We all need energy for sure. But I feel like there's a call for cleaner energy, both for our cars and the environment and for our own bodies. Like we're being more mindful of what we put into our vehicles. We can be more mindful about what we put into our bodies, and we can get energy from things like maca, superfood that I now put in the products that I make. So I'm excited to be like I said, I make all these products for me first and foremost, and then I to share them with my inner circle. I get feedback that they're really awesome, and then I, want to share them to the larger world. So come out to try like free samples of those products on Saturday, and then also just to see me. Like I've been, out of the loop. I've been, all over the world, all over the country, and then, hibernating, doing my own thing, going through personal things, and having it be winter time. So I'm super excited just to have like a festive, communal, like huzzah. So yeah, by all means, try to come out and do that and see me. What else? What else? Okay, I got my little notes. Yes. First thing, the market, all of that. Also, my apothecary is called Vibe Apothecary. Just want to like name that and put that out there. Vibe Apothecary. Because it's like we want to resonate with things that we resonate with. We want to vibe. We want to maybe feel good. We want to maybe have mental clarity. Hi, baby. My baby has now woken up and is just staring at me, so I'll keep going while he is calm. We want to have focus. We want to have like joy. I don't know how much you all know about like the actual neurochemicals and neuroscience going on in the brain. And I by no means am a neuroscience, but my background is in psychology. I studied psychology for 5, 6, 7 years or so, both at Kent State and Ohio State. I could have gotten my master's having gone for 7 years, of course, but me, I'm trying to study a whole bunch of different things, instead of getting too deep into one thing. So I have my bachelor's in psychology with like various other studies, but psychology has been my first love, let's say, and I, through my love of psychology, want to for my own self have greater mental clarity, not be depressed, not be anxious. Like I have fully gone through it with depression and anxiety. I've like I'll share that story another time, and if you come on Saturday I'll get more into it. But that is just to say I am so in service of making products and doing things that lead to greater mental clarity, peace of mind. I love meditation, all of that. So the heart of Vibe Apothecary is to create an egregor, like a symbol, very much utilizing business as a magical practice. Shout out Dirty Alchemy, resonating with using business as a magical practice. Vibe Apothecary being this like enchanted becoming of like a space or an idea. Imagine going into a place for healing, and just the sheer vibrations of like being there are healing you on a cellular level. So yes, that is like the call to action. Like vibe more, clear your mind. Not getting into too much into like those who wish to have us be all feeling shitty for whatever reason. But yeah, we're here to feel good. Also, shout out to Brent Pella. he's one of my favorite comedians, and he recently rebranded his podcast as the Vibecast, with Brent Pella. So yeah, Brent, if you ever tune into this, just know that you are one of my favorite comedians, and we're out here vibing, and I would love to send you a care package. So that's a bit about like the spirit of my business, and then my main offerings through Vibe Apothecary. My most successful product has been the mushroom chocolate, basically. So here we have like the heart version of it. We also have it in the square version. And like I said, we source our cacao from Lake Atitlan in Guatemala, from the Rushulu cacao business, basically. It's like a local Mayan indigenous collective, and like I said, they make the cacao bricks from the actual plants down there. And I lived in Guatemala, for a year, which is relatively briefly compared to people who are from that land. But in my little amount of time there, I had so much resonance, so much magic and connections. Like I love, love, love. So just knowing that connection, that product, knowing that connection lives with my product, for me is like super, super, super fulfilling. And shout out to Quartz, now Lynx. She called me out a few years ago because I was like, I'm trying to do this cacao stuff. I'm trying to do this cacao stuff, these cacao ceremonies. And she was like, where do you get your cacao from? Like, what's even the story on the products that you're using? Like, you don't know. You're just buying it from the store. And, I made a note of that, and it hurt my ego, but I was grateful. And since she said that, I went to like literally where the cacao is made and lived there for like a long, long, long time. That wasn't my primary mission of going, but that's why I stayed. That was the pull, that was the call. And I say all that to say I still know nothing, and I am open to learning more and more and more on this journey. You know what I mean? And like I'm so grateful when people can, not anyone, but maybe people I like, love, trust, and respect can challenge me on how I can get better. So yeah, that still sticks out in my mind, and I'm grateful for that. So yeah, here we are now making these products, knowing where the cacao is sourced, knowing, indigenous women are helping to make it, knowing that the money coming in on my end is like then helping this whole community of people potentially level up in their life. Super, super, super cool as far as how the energy or the money is working, but then also super cool how the energy or the healing can become with these products. So we basically have an option to eat or to drink. We have the chocolates, and then we have the potion. The potion has more spices in it than the chocolates. The chocolates are just the functional mushrooms and the maca and the cacao. And the potion is the functional mushrooms, the maca, and the cacao, but also things like chai to give it a little bit of caffeine, but like a fraction of the caffeine that a cup of coffee would have. So yeah, before, it's cool seeing my phases, right? So at one point I was working a lot with essential oils, but now I'm like not doing any, like in my personal life, trust, I'm doing stuff with essential oils. But in my business and my offerings, I'm not doing anything with essential oils. So also just like wanting to shout out creatives who can fully have a business and then can move on to a different product line, a different collection, and not have to feel like they're starting over, if that makes sense. Like, you're not starting over. You can have like an overarching theme to your brand. Shout out to Putty Like, Emily Wampnick, and the whole Renaissance business concept. Make a note and look into that if you would like as well. And also, as I'm talking and sharing things, because a lot of what I'm sharing, like I said, it's stuff that's worked for me, it's stuff that I take myself. I'm mentioning books, I'm mentioning other people. If you ever want to have like a one-on-one with me and pick my brain, always just let me know. I'm open to that as well. So yeah, we have the market coming up. We have the cacao mushroom synthesis from Guatemala here to help our brains come online and be happier. This is not medical advice though. And yeah, we have the interview series starting up again. That will launch probably in the summertime. I might just like backlog some interviews and then launch it and have some more time to market it, aka have people know it exists and be plugged into the information. So I have way more stuff here on my like talk about this, on my talk about this notesy thing, but I'm going to hop off for now, and then yeah, I'll be hopping back on just to, share more about what's on my mind and what's coming up for me. And hopefully y'all can tune in while I'm live and like pick my brain in real time. And yeah, if you're tuning into this at all, also, let me do like this. This right here is my Cash App tag. So you're always welcome to give me money on Cash App, and that money really goes to making this production, this space this space where I share, really cool interviews, where I share knowledge and information. You can support this, hub of learning and growth through those donations, basically. So I wanted to shout that out. Also, if you could please like the video so it helps the algorithm, and then if you would like to, you can subscribe to my channel. My goal is to have 1,000 subscribers by, let's call it, the end of the year, so I can monetize the channel if I would want to. I'm also calling in a virtual assistant. More details to come on this later, but just planting the seed that I'm looking for someone to come on my team, someone who vibes, of course, someone who can speak my language more or less. English, having a decent grasp on English is helpful, but if you know my like slang or like newspeak as well, we could vibe in that type of way. Looking for someone who won't think it's demonic to be working with like herbs and energy. You know what I mean? Like, if type of thing. So yeah, we want it to be aligned in that type of way. And I'm looking for someone who can come on, really, really take the lead on social media management, really take the lead on customer engagement. Like, I'm the creator, right? Not God, but like I'm a creator in my own little reality, and I want to stay in my zone of genius. My zone of genius is like making stuff, interviewing people, doing these streams, making stuff with my hands, taking a bath and relaxing. That's my zone of genius, and I'm wanting someone to come on and really help me grow the content, grow the coaching, and grow the apothecary through doing the social media bits, you know what I mean, and like repurposing content to different platforms, and also customer engagement bits, like responding to people mainly through my shop when people have, frequently asked questions about products and things like that, just to help people stay checked in with, to have them feel not neglected, because that's truly something I value, people feeling not neglected, taken care of, like feeling nourished. But there is only one of me. My zone of genius is, magician, creator, traveler, like my archetype. And then I'm also a full mom to like a whole other human. So I don't really have the capacity to do the caring and nurturing work that I would want people to have that relationship with my business. But I feel like I don't have the spoons to really take that on right now. So if that resonates with you, this will very much be a position where like you're on the computer a lot, but there also be opportunities to basically plug into any other event that I would have. Like, if you're on my team and I'm having some like cool retreat under a waterfall somewhere, like, you'll probably come for free. So there will be like a monthly stipend. There will be a monthly stipend, and then like lots of opportunities for growth and bonuses, both through like the events that I have and classes and any other like professional development opportunity that I would hear of. So my vision is to have someone come on for like a certain agreed upon amount for like a 1 month trial, and then just have, a month to month, maybe longer than month to month, but have some type of contract going on after the 1 month trial, then probably like a 6 month minimum solid contract, so I can really work with someone, and then after that 6 months, go from there to see if we want to keep working with each other. But yeah, the perfect person would love working online, be like a tech wizard. Like, if the laptop is your magical instrument, like, I'm looking for you. If you are hip to, editing YouTube videos, running a YouTube channel, running an Instagram, running a Facebook page, running Pinterest. Like, the more you can do with social media management, the better. I really need an editor for like the audio and visuals for my podcast, for my main channel, and then if we could grow additional channels, cool. But starting just focus with the one type of thing. Top things, like I said, would be social media management, and then general admin, customer engagement. And this will all be written up in a detailed description, to where if you're interested, you can go read it and then click on the link to apply. And I would really like someone as soon as possible, I guess. Like, I'm trying to set realistic deadlines for my goals, but I'm also like, I don't want to say by the end of the year and then miss out on it happening tomorrow if it's the right match. So yeah, all of those things, but the main thing is, come check me out in person on Saturday at Carolina Hemp Company in Columbus, Ohio, and get you some free mushroom chocolates and cacao mushroom potion. We're out here. We're alive. We're vibing. We're a mom now. We rest when we're tired. We eat when we're hungry. And yeah, I have a lot of creative inspiration going on, and I'm looking to bring on the right person to my team that can really help with operations, structure, and support. If you are a magical, travel-y, creative person, all of the better. And yeah, so Solomon is now awake. He's on my lap. I'm bouncing him. He will probably make a special guest appearance at the event on Saturday. So yeah, let us know. And then yeah, stay tuned for more live streams. Let me know what kind of content you would like to see on here, what kind of interviews, and overall just what is on your mind. And yeah, if you're interested in ever picking my brain about the things that I talk about, let me know if you would like to have a call. Other than that, until next time, peace out, and yeah, stay vibing. And let Brent Pella know that he's my favorite comedian. Alright, bye.